Hey everybody, Steve here, and here's a look at all the stories we're following from the AFR News Desk for June 30th, 2015. Our lead story this week comes from over at Play.com, where yesterday they released their monthly newsletter. In addition to all the usual great stories and upcoming event announcements, they put the release date for the 2014 Pro season for second season football, and that will be coming out on July 13th. Also releasing on that day will be the 2015 Fictional Football America set as well. And one of the really interesting stories in this month's newsletter was the announcement of a new set that's going to be released in September, and it's the 1957 Pro season for second season football. And what makes this a very interesting release is that it's going to be an alternate history version of that 1957 season, and taking a look at what would have happened if the AFL had opened 3 years earlier. So all of the AFL teams will be present in that set, and they will be filled on their rosters with real players who possibly would have been on those teams had they been active in 1957. Like I said, it looks really interesting and definitely looking forward to checking that out. That set is due to be released on September 7th. Over at APBA, they just finished their yearly convention, and one of the stories to come out of that is the announcement of APBA GO, or Games Online. They demoed a beta version of this, and it'll be a online service that allows you to play the basic versions of their games. They are also working on developing apps for their games for mobile devices, and they're in the process of looking for developers to begin working on that. The Roll Saga baseball game, they've put out a new video that features some full gameplay in the pitch-by-pitch mode. And they've also upgraded their website with some new information, including pricing information for the Kickstarter launch. That campaign is due to launch on July 11th, so be sure to head on over to the new Roll Saga website for more information on that game. Finally, a couple of sales to talk about. Over at Stratomatic, they're having a Try 25 sale, where you can get 25% off their football, hockey, or basketball selected sets. These are sets where you get the complete board game as well as any 5 teams from a current set. That sale will end on July 7th, and the promo code is Try25. And over at Digging Deep Sports, to celebrate the beginning of the Wimbledon tournament, they're having their first annual tennis sale, and this is 15% off any of their tennis products, and that's ebooks or printed products. Just simply use the code WM15 at checkout to get that discount, and that will run through the entirety of the Wimbledon tournament. And now a couple of crowdfunding updates. Over on IndieGoGo, Pine Tar Baseball has another campaign going, and this time it's for the 1897 season. And that campaign, it's already at $412 of its $500 goal with over 20 days left. So that is definitely going to reach its funding. Be sure to check out the links below for that campaign. Also, the Masters of Football campaign has just over 50 hours to go, and they are $3,000 short of their funding goal. So if you're interested in checking out that campaign and helping them reach their funding, now's the time to head on over there to help them reach that here in the final 2 days of their campaign. And now let's take a look at new releases. Just one new release to announce this week. Over at Gen1400, they've put out the 2014-15 NBA Pro season for their Dice basketball game. And now it's time for the question of the week. So last week on the show, I asked everybody what their favorite sports player related slogan was. There were some really great responses. Thank you to everybody who sent one in. My favorite one that I saw was from viewer Johnny Nuttall, who said that he's a Manchester City soccer fan, and in the 90s they had a player named Sean Goater, who was a prolific scorer for them, played the striker position, and they had a slogan that said, "Feed the goat and score." I thought that was really neat, and I'm glad that it's not just Americans who come up with slogans for their favorite sports stars. Johnny, thanks for sharing that with us. For this week, I'd like to ask everybody, in light of that 1957 set that's coming out for second season football from Play.com, what are your thoughts on alternate reality in sports games? Now, I, for one, I'm a really big alternate reality fan. I really enjoy like the Harry Turtledove series, and I like looking up and reading about what if scenarios where one thing had happened in history, how much things would have changed. So I'm actually really looking forward to that 1957 set that has the AFL opening its doors 3 days early. And so I'd like to ask everybody, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's a good thing? Should other companies explore putting out alternate reality releases? I'll look forward to your answers, and I'll highlight a couple of the comments on next week's show. And finally, some channel updates. This week, I just wanted to quickly mention that we passed the 750 subscriber mark. It's been a really great stretch here in the past couple of months. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thanks for joining the channel. And as always, thank you to everybody who's been here right from the very beginning, helping to spread the word. The next review I'll be working on is the Pigskin football card game, and I'm looking to have that come out sometime next week. And as always, the news will be going up every Tuesday evening. Alright everybody, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. My name's Steve, and I'll see you next time after further review.